Good morning. Good morning. It's a great day for transformation. It is indeed a great day for transformation. Thank you for joining us this morning as we continue to invest in our transformation, continue to strive and align with the best and highest version of ourselves. Continue to align, to allow ourselves to be the light, to be light to the world. We give thanks for this moment, this opportunity, this day to begin our day with these tools to shift our narrative, to control our mind. I was having a conversation yesterday, and by the way, again, welcome. My name is Samion Crumby, otherwise known as Samuel Crumby Jr. Samion, otherwise known as Samuel Crumby Jr., and I am the founder and leader of One Transformation Center. And I was having a conversation yesterday, and in this conversation, I was discussing how we have this need or desire to control things. We have this need and or desire to control things. Yet what we don't realize is the only thing that we can truly control, the only thing we can truly control is our thoughts, our actions, and our behaviors. I'll say that again. The only thing we can truly control are our thoughts, our actions, and our behaviors. And we really don't do a good job at that yet. We always make the greatest attempts to control people, places, and things outside of us. We try to control narratives outside of us. We try to control ideas outside of us. We even attempt to control people to make them bend to our will. When the reality is that is the equivalent of slavery. Yet we dislike when those ideas, philosophies, and attempts are made upon us. Yet, what are we going to do about it? That is my question. When someone has a grievance, I ask them simply, what are you going to do about it? You can complain all day long. You can air your grievances all day long. Yet, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to be the change you desire to see? And that's the part that's difficult for many people because they don't even understand. Seldomly do we understand that change begins within. It begins with one of us, each one. Each one teach one, each one reach one. It begins with us. Yet we're so quickly to point the finger without realizing there's three fingers pointing back at us, which means we have to focus on ourselves, our actions, our thoughts, our behaviors three times as much as we attempt to focus on those outside of ourselves. That's what these sessions are for. Each and every morning, we're here at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, at 8 a.m., we are here to become the change we desire to see. We are here so that we can focus on the things that we can control, which are our minds, our bodies, and our behaviors. Our minds, our bodies, and our actions. Some would say that could be even equivalent to the Holy Trinity. But yet, we just want to say surface with it for a moment. If you can control your thoughts by changing what you put into your mind, changing what you pay attention to, changing what becoming that what you desire to see, and then you can change your actions by being proactive instead of reactive, by expressing a greater sense of listening skills versus reactive skills, right? We love to respond, but we really don't practice active listening. Seldomly do we practice active listening. We can change our actions, our behaviors. Then we can see the world differently. And in turn, the world will begin to see us differently. So, again, take a moment, like, share, and subscribe to our channels to here on One Transformation Center on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Then also you can check me out here on Instagram and Twitter, Samuel Crumby Jr. Those will be changing soon once I get a moment to I am Samion. So I thank you for joining this morning. Let's go ahead and prepare to move into the oath of manifestation for those who is your first go around. We speak life here. We understand it is so easy to be condescending, to be dismissive, to speak death. Yet we choose to speak life. That's our choice. We choose to realize the things that are here to support us versus the idea, I can call it a fallacy. It can also be attributed to illusions of what is to hurt us or to harm us. So stand with us this morning and let's make a declaration to ourselves, for ourselves, of everything that is surrounding us, that is here supporting us in this right here moment, in this present moment. I have it on the screen. We like to do this with accountability partners. So today you are my accountability partner, whether you're live or on the replay. The oath of manifestation. Let's begin by taking a deep breath and exhale. And as we release the breath through our mouths, inhale. I want you to focus on releasing the things that no longer serve your interests. Inhale. While making available more room, more opportunity for the things and the ideologies that do support you. Exhale. Inhale again. Make room, make room. Release, release, release. You are deserving. You are deserving to receive all that awaits your arrival, all that desires you, all that is here to support you. And let's begin. Repeat or state it with me. I accept and receive unexpected things, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and in the life of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have and grateful for all that I am ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what the experiences are. God is all there is. I let the God times roll, and so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Give thanks for you allowing yourself to move into this space, to be in alignment with what everything that desires you. As I listen to this and I continue, every time I speak it, every time I pronounce it, every time I announce it to myself, every time I declare it, I get something new, something different out of it. So many times we're focusing on what we can do instead of what is being done for us. Focus on how we can support rather than how we are supported, so that we can go forth and continue the great work that we have assigned, that we have agreed to before we came into this physical existence. Fantastic. Now let's move over. Let's continue on to the reading of the day, the affirmative reading for the day. Time for the affirmative reading and prayer. Today, we're going to be, give me a second here. Today, we're going to be coming from A Course in Miracles, as we do every morning. And this lesson is lesson 69 in A Course in Miracles. Lesson 69 in the course. Let's see lesson 69 here. Lesson 69 says, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. Personalize this statement, please. Your grievances hide the light of the world in you. Your grievances do. The things that bother you, the things that you take issue with, the things that pain you, the things that distract you, the things that frustrate, that provide you with dis-ease, hide the light of the world in you. And it reads, no one can look upon what your grievances conceal, because your grievances are hiding the light of the world in you. Everyone stands in darkness and you beside him. But as the veil of your grievances is lifted, you are released with him. Share your salvation now with him who stood beside you when you were in hell. He is your brother in the light of the world that saves you both. Today, let us make another real attempt to reach the light in you. Before we undertake this in our more extended practice period, let us devote several minutes to thinking about what we are trying to do. We are literally attempting to get in touch with salvation, with the salvation of the world. We are trying to see past the veil of darkness. We're trying to see past the veil of darkness that keeps it concealed. We are trying to let the veil be lifted and to see the tears of God's Son disappear in the sunlight. Let us begin our longer practice periods today with the full realization that this is so. and with each determination to reach what is dearer to us than all else. I'll restate that. Let us begin our longer practice periods today with the full realization that this is so, and with real determination to reach what is dearer to us than all else. Salvation is our only need. There's no other purpose here and no other function to fulfill. I'll restate that. Salvation is our only need. There is no other purpose here and no other function to fulfill. Learning salvation is our only goal. Let us end the ancient search today by finding the light in us and holding it up for everyone who searches with us to look upon and rejoice. I'll restate that. Let us end the ancient search today by finding the light in us and holding it up for everyone who searches with us to look upon and rejoice. Very gently now, with your eyes closed, for those who can, try to let go of the content. Try to let go of all the content that generally occupies your consciousness. So take a moment while you close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. And let's clear our minds. Let's go into this day with a clear mind. Whatever comes in your consciousness, just say, I allow, accept it, embrace. I release it. I release it. When that thought comes up, just I release it, whether negative or positive. Just release it for a moment. Release it. Is your mind clear? Think of your mind as a vast circle surrounded by a layer of heavy, dark clouds. Again, think of your mind as a vast circle surrounded by a layer of heavy, dark clouds. You can see only the clouds because you seem to be standing outside the circle and quite apart from it. From where you stand, you can see no reason to believe there is a brilliant light hidden by the clouds. The clouds seem to be the only reality. They seem to be all there is to see. Therefore, you do not attempt to go through them and past them, which is the only way in which you would be really convinced of their lack of substance. We, together, will make this attempt today to see beyond the clouds. After you have thought about the importance of what you are trying to do for yourself in the world, try to settle down in perfect stillness, remembering only how much you want to reach the light in you today. Now, determined to go past the clouds, reach out and touch them in your mind. Brush them aside with your hand. Feel them resting on your cheeks and forehead and eyelids as you go through them. Go on. Clouds cannot stop you. If you're doing this exercise properly, you will begin to feel a sense of being lifted up and carry it ahead. Your little effort and small determination call on the power of the universe to help you. And God Himself will raise you from darkness into light. You are in accord with His will. You cannot fail. Have confidence in your Father today and be certain that He has heard you, answered you. You may not recognize His answer yet, but you can indeed be sure that it is given you and you will yet receive it. Try as you attempt to go through the clouds to the light to hold this confidence in your mind. Try to remember that you are at last joining your will to God's. Try to keep the thought clearly in your mind that what you undertake with God must succeed. Then let the power of God work in you and through you, that His will and yours be done. In shorter practice periods, which you will want to do as often as possible in view of the importance of today's idea, to you and your happiness. Remind yourself that your grievances are hiding the light of the world from your awareness. Remind yourself also that you are not searching for it alone, that you do know where to look for it. Say then, my grievances hide the light of the world from me. I cannot see what I have hidden. Yet, I want to let it in. I want to let it be revealed to me for my salvation and the salvation of the world. Let's take a moment. Let's repeat it to ourselves. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. I cannot see what I have hidden. Yet I want to let it be revealed to me for my salvation and the salvation of the world. There's so many of you out there who are feeling hurt, disappointed, confused, disheveled, operating in a space of lack. When you know that there's so much abundance around you, but for some reason you have been unable to tap into it. The reason you've been unable to tap into it because you haven't been able to see the light. You haven't been able to see the opportunities. You haven't been able to see the path forward. Because all you can see are the clouds, are the illusions, are the reason why you cannot have, that you are separate from. But my desire for you today is to move beyond those reasons why and to remember the promises that God has given you. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I alone know the plan that I have for you, plan to prosper you and not to harm you, plan to give you hope and a future." The plan has already been set out. It's been laid out for you. It is just waiting for you to agree to it. It's waiting for you to reconnect with it. See, our ego has gotten us so far out of alignment and created this separation within us, this disconnectedness, which has disallowed us from being able to be in alignment, to be in the flow, to be the flow, which has us operating from a space of fear, otherwise known as false evidence appearing real. They're just clouds. What do you have to lose? Jump. Go. Be the change. Connect. Plug in. You're giving so much of your time and energy to things that do not serve you, to people, places, and things that do not serve you. Let go of these grievances. Let go of these distractions. For as you continue to hold on to them, you cannot see the light of the world. It's inside of you, but you can't see it because you've covered it up. You've masked it with these grievances. Yet you really desire for it to be revealed to you. And this is all within your control. This is all within your control. In the last exercise, be sure to tell yourself, if I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. If I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. So if you are attempting to hold anything against anyone today, just know, if you continue to do so, if you hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from you today. Just let it go. It doesn't serve you. Hurt doesn't serve you. Anger doesn't serve you. Disappointment doesn't serve you. Fear doesn't serve you. This lack consciousness does not serve you. The fear of a loss does not serve you. Just let it go. Let it go. So that you can be in alignment with the very essence of your desires. This you can control. This you can control. That concludes the reading of the day. I'd like to move in the space of prayer at this moment as we get ready to conclude this session. Father, Mother, God, guardian angels, all that works together for our best and highest good, we say thank you. We thank you for knowing us better than we know ourselves. We thank you for another opportunity to release those things that disconnect us from all of your promises. We thank you for being a promise keeper and not just a promise maker. We thank you for never breaking a promise, never forsaking us, nor leaving us. We thank you for a new day and a new opportunity, a new understanding that gives us access, greater access to the light, to everything that exists in the space of the light, which is also can be attributed or known as heaven. Father, Mother, God, you promised us heaven on earth. But yet so many of us have yet to realize it on a consistent basis. We're dealing with health ailments, disease. We're dealing with loss, the sense of loss. We're dealing with agitations and frustrations. And we've come in this moment. We've subscribed to this moment. We've showing up and being present in this moment to be available to the light and to be available to all that is here to support us. Not just the remnants of heaven, but the fullness of heaven. God, we are here because we've made the decision to trust, to let go, and align with the God of our being in every way, in every facet, in every moment. God, we are here for you, as you've always been here for us. Please continue to encourage us, to motivate us, align us with people who in our space to remind us of who we are and whose we are, to give us a greater insight of all that we've been called to be, that all we've decided to be, that we've agreed to be before we even became into this existence and became distracted with the illusions of this world. We thank you for the strength and the air that breathes into our lungs, for the food that fuels our body, and for the water that continues to hydrate us, so that we may operate in the highest elasticity, flexibility, and endurance. We thank you for the reminder and the remembrance that we are spiritual beings first, having a human experience simultaneously. That it is not these human experiences that dictate us. It is not our situations and our circumstances that identify us, for we are wanting your will. For it is you that we are extensions and reflections of. And as you have created the earth and the firmaments thereof in 6 days and rested on the seventh, here we are. We stand in that same space with that power, joining in line with that power, that ability to co-create. You've given us the blueprint, the foundation. And we stand in this space. Right here, right now, and forevermore. We give thanks. We give thanks. Thank you, Father, Mother God. Thank you, Master Teachers and Guardian Angels. Thank you, universe, and all that works together for our best and highest good. Thank you for the rain as it helps us with the pollen, even though the pollen is essential to the hibernation, the rejuvenation of the plantation, of the plants and the vegetation. We give thanks for all the respite that is provided to us, and the refuge that we have access to. We give thanks. We give thanks that things aren't what they seem, that we can have the benefits. We can change the polarities of the world. We can change how things show up, how things appear to be, that we have the control within our minds, from our thoughts, our actions, and our behaviors. Thank you so much. We give thanks that even though we may make a mistake, we may fall down, that the grace is so sufficient that allows us to get back up and begin again. Thank you. Thank you. We give thanks for those who have won lotteries and those who have been blessed indeed and their territories have been enlarged. We give thanks that it is placed upon their hearts to reach out and be a blessing to others. And we give thanks that we are in alignment with those blessings so that we may continue to be a blessing to others. We give thanks. We give thanks. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe. Ashio. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our session for today. I just want to do a quick reminder for you that we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, the weekends, we go up 2 hours. Let you sleep in a little bit. Catch up on your rest. Rest is important. Sleep is important to help you to be the best and highest version of yourself. So we'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Take a moment, if you missed any of this call today or any other calls, to go to the YouTube at O.N.E Transformation Center. Also, you can go to the Facebook page, O.N.E Transformation Center. Tune in and tune into the Twitter as well as the Instagram, so you can see what the happenings over there. Videos and images are provided just to help us to get through our day and reconnect and re-engage, to keep us focused. Thank you for tapping in and sharing it with other people. Thank you for being a blessing. Thank you for investing into your transformation. We hope that you continue to join us daily. And as we return Sunday at 11:30, we will have the third week of the 13-week series of the Magnanimous Transformation Series. Don't miss out. Bring somebody with you. But again, we thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us, for allowing us to join you on your journey each and every morning. Until next time, be the change you desire to see. Be great.